Donald Trump, the extraordinary life journey that changed America. When people hear the name Donald Trump, they rarely stay neutral. Some admire him, others strongly disagree with him, but one thing is impossible to deny: his life has been one of the most extraordinary, dramatic, and talked about journeys in modern American history. Today, I want to take you through that journey, not through politics alone, but through the moments of ambition, failure, resilience, and determination that shaped the man the world knows today. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York. He grew up in a family where success wasn't just encouraged, it was expected. His father, Fred Trump, built a successful real estate business, and from an early age, Donald watched how buildings, neighborhoods, and businesses were created. Those experiences planted a dream that would stay with him forever. As a young boy, Donald was energetic and competitive. His parents enrolled him in the New York Military Academy, where discipline replaced comfort. Life there wasn't easy. Strict rules, demanding schedules, and constant challenges helped shape his confidence and leadership skills. Looking back, those years taught him how to face pressure without backing down. After graduating, he attended the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, one of America's top business schools. In 1968, he earned a degree in economics and joined his father's real estate company. But Donald wasn't satisfied with simply continuing the family business. He wanted to build something much bigger, something the entire world would recognize. While his father focused on affordable housing in Brooklyn and Queens, Donald set his sights on Manhattan. Many people thought he was taking an enormous risk. Manhattan was expensive, competitive, and filled with powerful developers. But he believed bold dreams required bold moves. One of his earliest breakthroughs came with the renovation of the Commodore Hotel, transforming it into the Grand Hyatt. The project became a symbol of New York City's revival. Soon afterward, Trump Tower rose on Fifth Avenue, becoming one of the city's most recognizable skyscrapers. It wasn't just another building, it represented Donald Trump's vision of luxury, ambition, and confidence. Throughout the 1980s, his name seemed to be everywhere. Hotels, casinos, golf courses, and skyscrapers proudly carried the Trump brand. He became one of America's most recognizable businessmen, appearing in magazines, television interviews, and newspapers. To many people, he represented the American dream, the belief that thinking bigger could lead to extraordinary success. But life doesn't always move in a straight line. In the early 1990s, Donald Trump's business empire faced one of its darkest chapters. Heavy debt and a struggling economy pushed several of his businesses into bankruptcy proceedings. Newspapers predicted that his career was finished. Critics believed his rise had finally come to an end. For many people, that kind of failure would have been the end of the story. For Donald Trump, it became the beginning of another chapter. Instead of disappearing, he slowly rebuilt his business. He negotiated with banks, restructured debts, and focused on rebuilding his brand. It took years of persistence, but he gradually returned to the spotlight. His story became a reminder that failure doesn't always define a person's future, sometimes it becomes the foundation for a comeback. Then came another unexpected turn. In 2004, Donald Trump became the host of the television show The Apprentice. Every week, millions of Americans watched entrepreneurs compete for success, and one phrase became unforgettable: "You're fired." The show transformed Trump from a businessman into a household celebrity. A new generation that knew little about real estate now recognized him from television. His confidence, direct communication style, and business image became part of American pop culture. Yet perhaps the biggest surprise of his life was still ahead. In 2015, Donald Trump announced that he was running for President of the United States. Many political experts dismissed his campaign almost immediately. They believed a businessman with no previous elected political experience couldn't possibly win the presidency. But Donald Trump connected with millions of Americans who believed the country needed change. His rallies grew larger. His supporters became more passionate. His campaign dominated headlines across the nation. Then came Election Day in 2016. Against the expectations of many analysts and commentators, Donald Trump won the election and became the 45th President of the United States. His presidency was one of the most closely watched and debated in American history. Supporters praised his focus on economic growth, tax reforms, border security, and judicial appointments. Critics challenged many of his policies, leadership style, and public statements. Throughout his time in office, he remained one of the most discussed political figures in the world. Then came 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic changed everyday life across America and the world. During the same year, Donald Trump lost his bid for re-election to Joe Biden. For many leaders, such a defeat might have marked the end of public life. But Donald Trump chose not to disappear from the national conversation. He remained one of the most influential figures in American politics, continued holding rallies, stayed active in public debate, and announced another presidential campaign. In 2024, he achieved another remarkable political comeback by winning the presidential election again, becoming only the second president in American history to serve non-consecutive terms. His return demonstrated how unpredictable American politics can be and reinforced his reputation for persistence in the face of setbacks. Whether people celebrate him or criticize him, Donald Trump's story is impossible to ignore. His journey has included remarkable business success, painful financial setbacks, global fame, political victories, electoral defeat, legal challenges, and an extraordinary return to the White House. Few public figures have experienced such dramatic highs and lows while remaining at the center of national attention. To me, the biggest lesson from Donald Trump's life isn't about agreeing or disagreeing with his politics. It's about understanding that determination can keep someone moving forward even after major setbacks. His story reminds us that ambition often attracts both admiration and criticism, and that history is shaped by people willing to take risks others would never attempt. At the end of the day, Donald Trump's life is more than the story of a businessman or a president. It's the story of someone who refused to let defeat become the final chapter. Whether history ultimately views him as one of America's greatest leaders or one of its most controversial figures, his journey has already secured a unique place in the nation's history. And perhaps that's why millions of people around the world continue to watch his story unfold, because extraordinary lives are rarely simple, and Donald Trump's journey has been anything but ordinary.